From Ringsend to Tallaght. Gavin Bazunu played with Shamrock Rovers underage football teams. At the age of just 16, he was unexpectedly handed his first team debut in 2018. The teenage goalkeeper played just 4 league games and 2 Europe League qualifiers for Rovers, but his performances marked him out as an exceptional talent. In 2019, Bazunu was signed by Manchester City for a transfer fee of €500,000. In 2021, he made his debut for the Republic of Ireland as a 19-year-old. He is the youngest goalkeeper to play a senior international with the Boys in Green. In 2022, he was signed by Southampton Football Club. In the following extract from the book From Ringsend to Tallaght, he recalls his early days with Shamrock Rovers. The first game I ever attended was the Shamrock Rovers match against Real Madrid in the club's first season in Tallaght. I was 7 years old. You never forget that first game. It was brilliant. Rovers did really well. I remember the team playing that game had Stephen Rice, Pat Flynn, and Shane Robinson. Shane has been a huge influence on my career and has been great to me as Rovers Academy Director. I started at the club when I was really young. I was probably 6 when I started with Rovers, my first football club. I was playing with a team that was a year ahead of my age. I played up until under 10 and we did quite well, but the team folded for some reason. I went to Leicester Celtic and then on to Mount Merion for a year. I did well. I enjoyed it, but it was difficult to get lifts there as it was quite far from my house. At the end of the season, I went to Knockline. That was more local for me and much easier for my parents to drop me there after school and collect me. I broke my leg during that season, so I didn't really play that much. After that, I came back to Rovers at under 14 level. I didn't really like playing in goal when I was younger. I loved playing outfield. I reckon I played in nearly every position. But as I was moving around those clubs, I found I was much, much better in goals. As I played in goal more and more, it really grew on me. I liked it as I was getting better all the time and I stuck with it. I was always quite tall for my age. From 12 or 13, I started to grow really quickly. I always wanted to finish my Leaving Cert and never wanted to go away too early. I think it is a big thing to have your Leaving Cert behind you. In August 2017, I started with Ashfield College as part of Rovers Academy Education Partnership. I started training with the first team. From the start of 2018, I was in and around the first team match day squad, warming up, sitting in the stands, being around the lads in the dressing room and getting used to the environment. For my debut in the 5-0 win over Bray Wanderers in Tallaght Stadium in June 2018, I only found out I was playing about an hour and a half before kick-off in the team meeting. I was really nervous, but I did not really feel all that different. I had been warming up for a couple of months ahead of matches, so it was a routine at that stage. Obviously, it was nerve-wracking, but it was a great opportunity as well. I never really expected my debut to come so early. I was delighted when it did. I tried to take my chance as much as I could. It was fast and loud in the stadium. It was different than I expected, but I felt comfortable as soon as I got my first touch of the ball. It felt just like any other game. My parents and my brother were there that day, and they were really delighted and a bit surprised. My brother loved it. He loved being able to see me playing on the pitch instead of watching players he would not have known. My parents are a big influence. My mum is always supporting me in my football. My dad is a big football fan and a huge Shamrock Rovers fan now. He played a lot of football back in Nigeria before he came to Ireland around the year 2000. Going down on the team bus to play Cork City, Jose Ferrer, Rovers' goalkeeping coach, was showing me clips. We looked through them together, looking at the different set pieces and corners, free kicks and penalties. I saw their penalties and I made my decision. If there was a penalty, I would go to my right. Jose was brilliant for me. He helped me to improve so much. When Alan Manus signed, he provided a lot of knowledge for me because of the experience he had from playing for so long. It was great to be able to learn from such a good goalkeeper. I see goalkeepers like Edison, Alisson, Ter Stegen and Donnarumma. They are the modern day goalkeepers who are brilliant with their feet. You have to be so versatile. You have to be almost as good as the outfield players with your feet. I really love seeing the goalkeepers like Edison and Alisson in the Premier League who are able to do that. It was a big step up making my international debut, but I tried to use some of those previous experiences of playing in Europe with Rovers and getting a lot of the first team games with Rochdale on loan. That experience gave me confidence going into the game. I have been training at a first team level from a young age. I was training with the Rovers team when I was 14. Being around a men's first team dressing room gave me the confidence and understanding of how to speak to your teammates. I understand what the experienced players want in their goalkeeper. Whether you are young or old, they want to know that there is someone behind them who has the confidence to tell them where and when to be. I was nervous before the first game for Ireland, but I didn't feel any pressure. As soon as the whistle went, it was like any other game. I felt comfortable and I made sure to stick to my little key things like be loud, be brave, communicate. Once I have those things, it feels like any other game.
If reading, writing, maths or technology is holding you back, free phone 1800 20 20 65 to see how we can help.